Hello and welcome once more to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table actual play production of Altered Morality, a Necessary Evil story. Once again, we're back. And the last session went a little rough for the villains. Weaver almost got her rear end blown right off. And fortunately, Concertina wasn't there. She had to go and do something else that I'm sure we'll figure out what it is somewhere down the road. Anyway, as usual, our shows are brought to you by Poppets Coffee. If you love great coffee, head on over to poppetscoffee.com and pick up some of the best coffee in the business. Also, don't forget our partners over at Norse Foundry. They are the ones who have provided most of us some amazing dice, and I plan to get everybody else some dice eventually. Cece, are you using your official Knights of the Smith Dinner Table dice?
Yes, I actually do have those, but I just realized I need to go grab my dice because my... Yeah, hold on one second.
Somebody's having a day.
I'm not even going to get started on that topic.
Nope, because we'll break right out of the PG-13. All right, so when last we left our villains, they had chased down Nevermore. In the process of trying to take him down because Iron Tony of the Red Hand Gang wants Nevermore dead, pure and simple. And if they are able to bring down Nevermore, then Tony will provide them with a map of the underground, the current underground of Long Island. And, well, they managed to goad Nevermore into a meeting, and then everything just went straight down the toilet from there. He blew up the roof, almost took out Weaver. Cinder was okay. American was, he's an eagle, so he wasn't in any real danger from the fall, from multiple stories up. So as we pick things back up, Concertina, you're rushing to try and get to the meeting when you heard the explosion and you saw Weaver do her best impression of the asteroid that took out the dinosaurs.
No.
You see her falling from the sky and she just right into the ground. And then American rushes up to help her. I believe Cinder tried to go hunting, didn't she?
Cinder is currently buried.
Oh, yes, that's right.
She's
Cinder
okay, but she hasn't made her way out from under the rubble yet.
So, with all of that in mind, what are each of you going to do?
Well, I am shoving my way out from under all of this stuff. Yes,
Okay.
I censored myself.
We are trying. We are really trying.
Some days.
So I saw American Eagle fly down and make Weaver drink his blood, right?
That did happen, yes.
I mean, it wasn't so much forced as non-consensual.
And she wasn't conscious to say no.
So
yeah,
so
I mean,
Val
after
has
the
a
fact, she
valid
was
question.
conscious.
Yeah, I see that.
For those of you who don't know, Cryptwright is Chris Valentine. He works for Metamorphic that makes a lot of the amazing stuff for Foundry, for Savage Worlds. And I kind of like where this is going. A button that does random damage to all the players.
Oh, geez. That's going to be rough.
Oh, my.
And I guess I should mention that during the last hour of the Han Cluster Backer Kit campaign, JM gave me 2 extra bennies to use tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
No.
I don't remember approving this.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
It's not going to end well for us at all.
Wow.
So if those extra bennies get used against you in a violent manner, oh yeah, you can blame JM DeFoggy, and you
I
can
will
reach him at his Twitch channel, Iconic Productions.
Okay, cool. Thanks for his socials. I'm definitely gonna go and spam him if something bad happens.
I mean,
Jane,
he's in our
When-
Discord.
When something bad happens.
I will take 1 audience participation damage for every $5 donated to me.
That's fair. Can we make that a thing? I'm for that.
I could definitely go for every tier that you go by on our Patreon that we could add things like that.
Oh my gosh, that would be kind of fun, but terrible for us players.
it would be interesting but terrifying all at the same time.
Hmm.
So,
All right.
Weaver, how are you looking now health-wise? Back to the game as it is.
I am looking okay.
Weaver's apparently doing just peachy at this point. But
Yeah,
like,
You're
she was-
welcome.
She was patched up by Merkin.
mhm.
Okay.
Do
But
we ever
nobody
get the
sees
rock
Cinder
off of
anymore.
her though? Like that's something that I don't know if I ever clarified in the last
So,
game.
yeah, you were able to get out
Okay,
because you
cool.
created a crater. Cinder,
That-
however, did not. Cinder had
traumatized
stuff
me.
fall on top of her.
As I was inside the building when it fell, not just on top.
So, Cinder, as you're trying to make your way out, give me an athletics test at we'll say -4.
Okay. That D6 does not go through the tower well.
Oh, that's
By the
unfortunate.
way, I have me a nifty new dice tower. Flames and all. Fitting, huh?
Very nice.
So let's see here.
James, you look like you're talking, but I can't hear a thing.
Because I hit the mute button for a moment, and I am stupid.
So at -4,
They trust me with narcotics at my job.
No comment.
Yeah, low-key concerning, man.
Why do you have narcotics as a kindergarten teacher? I don't understand.
I
I
feel
mean-
that way sometimes.
I mean, sometimes I'm sure it is.
7, James.
7? That is
Mhm.
enough to get yourself shifted most of the way out, and the rest of you hear a grind of rubble, and as you turn to look to see what it is, you see Cinder pushing her way out from underneath this huge section of the building that came down on top of her.
Oh. So the building is like down.
Oh, the building is absolute toast.
Okay.
And once I'm out, I pick up one of the larger pieces of rubble and throw it in rage. Drop
I
a
mean-
building on me. I
He
think I'm
did.
still at my +3
You are.
size as well. Yeah.
I don't
was
need to
trying to
roll anything
remember.
to make sure I'm not under that rubble she throws, right? Like, I'm not
No.
the target
I
of
don't
it.
throw it at any of you. I just throw it.
I mean, yeah, that's good to specify at this point in time. Weaver's had
Hey.
enough of rubble falling on her.
Jody has joined us. Let the critical failures begin.
No,
Hi, Jody.
the
No,
critical
no
failure.
crit
Hi,
fail.
Jody.
Darlings, I'm sorry I'm late, but I could not miss my Botox appointment. What is going on?
He got away. He dropped a building on us and he got away.
Don't
Do we
worry.
have to see
I
which
scared him
direction-
off. I scared him off with an image of his mentor, and I bring up the man-sized owl, and it goes, "Whoo!"
And as he brings up the image of the man-sized owl again, everybody give me a common knowledge test with no penalty.
Oh my gosh.
Whoops.
Common knowledge.
Okay.
What did Concertina get?
Critical fail. 1 on both die.
And
I
look
got
at
a
that.
5.
Jody called it.
Got a 4.
Do this to me, darling. Why?
So Concertina, yeah, you are pretty sure that is exactly what the owl looked like.
Oh, thanks.
Very,
Spitting
very
image.
good. Spitting image of him.
Oh my.
Cinder and Weaver, that looks like a 4-year-old did a drawing of an owl with only having a description of an owl, never having actually seen a picture of one.
So kind of like the old Renaissance paintings where they try to
Yes,
call
yes.
animals they don't know.
Kind of like drinking La Croix, where the taste is like somebody described the taste of an orange to them, and that's what they went off of for the flavors in La Croix.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
well
it
now I know. Like I was close, but not quite on the
It's
mark.
French.
I mean,
Or, well,
yeah,
it's bastardized French, but
yeah. I was about to say, I'm like, I'm not even good at French, and I don't think that's actual French.
Mm-mm.
Anyway,
so what is next on your agenda?
should we break it to him? Like Weaver just turns to Cinder.
Merkin, because Cinder's not subtle at all. What were you drinking when you came up with this image?
It's the owl.
No.
Right.
No.
Cinder
Looks like an owl.
Not even close. That's probably what scared him. Is it so bad?
Honestly, I could have nightmares of that myself.
Well, I'd like to see you do better.
I don't do
Precisely.
whatever that's called.
Moving on.
I mean, if you really want to go and put it up for a contest.
But right now, I want to go find that so-and-so. Because he dropped a building on me.
I mean, that's fair point for revenge.
All right. So how do you guys want to go about this? Do you want to try tracking him? Do you want to put the word out again? Because, I mean, that seemed to work last time. But
I
it
mean,
also seemed like
tracking-
he saw right through it.
Yeah. How about tracking? I feel like that would be better because then we might catch him by surprise.
That is possible. He does have a significant head start on you. But the good news is that we have rules that cover this.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean,
Sorta. I mean, it depends. Does it benefit me?
I mean, it's a game I'm running. So what do you think? All right. So this would be a chase. And let me refresh my memory on chases.
Oh, those are always kind of fun.
They
Yes,
are
yes, they
indeed.
are.
All right. So this is going to be on foot. That'll mean that your your maneuvering checks are going to be done with athletics. This is just like a normal dramatic task. So clubs provide something bad, and I get to lay out a. Well, first, before we can begin the chase, you have to find him. So we'll go with a survival test to actually find him before we can begin the chase. I am going to lay out the chase cards. And I don't remember if there is a Supers chase deck or not. All right. So we got 5 cards that I get to lay down. I think they can be seen on the camera, kind of.
Yeah, sort of.
I'm going to move my 6 bennies over here out of the way. All right. So what are the survival tests that we have?
So
Go ahead.
I was going to say Concertina will start kind of humming and kind of clapping to herself, and this blue energy will start going towards American Eagle, and his eyes will glow as I cast Boost Lower Trait. So I'm boosting his trait, and I rolled a 7, so he gets to increase his target trait by 1 die type.
Cool.
And
So I
are
have a
you-
D4.
A D4 in survival.
So that's awesome. But my wild die aced 4 times.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
And now that I'm not rolling at a D4 -2, how's the 28 get? What does that do for me?
Dang.
Nice.
Wow.
As American Eagle just taps into his ingrained animalistic ability to track that he consciously doesn't know he has.
That sounds about right.
Consciously doesn't know he. I like that.
Oh my god, yeah.
That sounds like some EMS personnel I have worked with in the past.
I mean, medical field, I've seen it too.
There we go. I missed a few chats there.
Oh dear.
All right. So what I'm going to do is this, because I need to have this book open. I'm going to move it up here. Split screen number 4 with it. Let's see here. There we go. All right. So it doesn't take you long. You shoot up into the air, and as you're looking around, you catch sight of him approximately 3 city blocks away. So each of the cards are going to represent 1 city block. And I am going to use, let's see. I need something to use. I'm going to have to use dice. All right, so we have the blue heroic D12, blue heroic looking D12. This is going to be Nevermore. The clear die is going to be, we'll say Cinder. The D6 that is all extra is going to be Concertina.
Because Concertina is definitely extra.
100%. Let's not lie here.
I know not of what you speak, darling.
I didn't say it was a bad thing, darling.
The Witchfire D10 is going to be Weaver, and let's see if I've got something. Yes, something bright and orange is going to be, let me move these up here. I'm going to move my dice tray a little out of the way. Move this up so that way I can move these into the view a little better. All right. And as American lets you all know where he's at. There I go. I really need to figure out a way to give you guys the way to show off the chat. Because when I'm looking away from the screen, I can't see it. And Mama told me I shouldn't shoot up. Well, yeah.
Because I shot up.
My paramedic brain went somewhere completely different with that comment, Val.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we are going into chase rounds, and I've got everybody placed. So I need to deal an action card, and I'm going to break out my other Savage Worlds deck here. This will be the Pathfinder for Savage Worlds deck for the actual initiative. So over here, we have Ace of Clubs is going to be Nevermore. 6 of Clubs is going to be Cinder. Queen of Spades is going to be Concertina. American is going to be the Deuce of Diamonds. And Weaver is going to be the 4 of Spades. Would anybody like to spend a Benny to change their card?
What was my card again?
Your card was the 6 of Clubs.
Yeah, I'll spend a Benny.
All right. So Cinder spends a Benny, and she gets a Deuce of Spades.
Ugh.
So it's not a club anymore.
Yeah. Could have been a higher number, though.
You want to spend another?
No.
Okay. So Deuce of Spades it is. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to draw his 3 bennies. Those will sit down here. And he will spend a benny of his own because he doesn't like to have a club. And he's got the 4 of Hearts.
What was Weaver's again? I'm sorry.
Weaver got the 4 of Spades.
The 4 of Spades. I kind of want to. You know what? I'm going to spend a Benny to see if I can get a higher card.
All right. 7 of Hearts.
That's better.
And it's
All
not a
right.
club.
So
Mhm.
as you guys begin the chase, you can do your typical actions. So starting on the Queen of Spades, Concertina, the chase is on. What do you wish to do?
Well, we're just running after him, right? Yes.
Mhm.
How far ahead of us is he?
He is
At the
currently 3 city blocks away.
Oh, well, then I'm just running towards.
Okay. All right. So that is going to require let's see, you're going to be trying to change positions. So that would be a athletics test.
Darling, I'm not good at those. Oh, but I got a 5. So
A 5 is enough to move you 1 step closer. And that takes care of Concertina.
I'm happy as long as it's not another critical failure.
7 of Hearts, Weaver. What are you going to do? You gonna do your best Spider-Man impression, or
You mean trying to web my way over to chase him?
I mean, you are a spider-themed character.
This is very true.
I'm squawking
You know-
here.
You know what? I kind of like that idea, but I don't. I mean, can I use my webbing like that? I'm trying to
I
think.
mean, you could spend a Benny and alter your power for a new power trick. You have the entangle power as webs, right?
Yeah, I do.
So I would say you could spend a Benny to alter it.
You
And
know,
your pace would be equal to your athletics.
my athletics is actually pretty good. Let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. So you spend the Benny, and now you start swinging the webs.
Okay.
Give me an athletics test. Are you going to try and change position to get closer? And
Yeah.
what is your athletics die?
It is a D8.
A D8. So I'm going to give you a +1 because your top speed is now faster than Nevermore's.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and roll my athletics then. All right. Let's see. It looks like I got an 8.
An 8? That is a raise.
Oh, sweet nuggets.
So you have managed to, you leap up into the air and you start doing the whole swinging by your webs as you're shooting them out. And you manage to close the distance. You're now just 1 block away from him. That was 7 of hearts to 4 of hearts. He is going to try and get some distance between you and him. So let me find his stats again, because I didn't bookmark them like an idiot. If I remember right, he's got a pretty decent athletics as well. There it is. All right. As he's looking back over his shoulder, he sees you doing the swinging, and then he reaches to his belt and he pulls out a grappling hook. And as he's running, he fires it up. You guys all know what this looks like. If you've watched any Batman show.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And that gives him his athletics check. He's going to have the -1 because you are still faster than him. And he barely succeeds, so he opens the gap a little bit. From there, that's going to take us to the deuce of spades, which is Cinder.
Okay. My growth doesn't affect my pace, right?
No, it does not.
That's what I thought. Medium blast template. How far away would that
Your smarts.
be from me? Okay.
And
Oh yeah, that's not very far at all.
No.
That's not very far at all. Cinder's not the brightest bulb in the bunch. So she's running.
Give me that athletics check as you try and close the distance.
Athletics is D6.
Thank you, Jody. And while she's making that roll, I'll even show you the other side of the dice tray that you're really going to like.
So James has been saying that he doesn't trust my dice rolls.
I have never said I don't trust your dice roll.
You asked me if I was sure I wasn't cheating. So here we go. Let's see what happens and see if I can hold the camera steadily.
Are you using your laptop camera?
No, I got a different camera when my laptop camera wasn't working. I didn't find the button.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So, yes, there's a 6.
And a deuce.
And a 1.
Ooh.
So,
Oh,
7.
he doomed that roll.
John doomed it.
Mm-hmm.
So a 7 is enough to gain 1 spot. And what is your flying pace, Merkin?
24.
24. So his pace, okay. 24 in a row. That is going to give you, see, that's more than double his pace. So I'm going to say that'll give you a +3 to change position and try and catch up with him.
And James, I
Okay.
was mostly teasing.
I know. I would have to
And I
have
had to
emotions
show-
to have them hurt.
I had to show off the new dice tower.
True.
So the rules say it's a +2 if I'm twice as fast. But if the GM wants to overrule that, I am all for it.
I did overrule that. I said a +3.
Yes, and so I need to Benny that roll for sure because
Oh.
that was a 1 and a 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that's-
close. You
that was
almost
real
Jodied
close.
that.
I almost did. 4 + 3 is a 7, so it's success, not a raise.
So that gets you closer, and I'm going to shift everybody one step
The problem
because you guys
was
are still close enough.
I started trying to run as well, and then I was like, "Wait, I'm a bird," and then I took off flying.
No, Val, you already put your bet down on him. It's got to stay on him.
Yep.
All right. So that is going to take us into round 2 of the chase. And off the top of my head, while I'm bumping these out, there's not a limit on how many rounds the chase goes.
I don't think so. I think it's till either he's caught or he gets away.
I
That's what
think
I
he's
thought.
4 cards
That's-
ahead of us is he has a chance to
That
get away.
seems to be my memory of it.
All right.
Jody
so 10
confirms
of clubs.
She says no limit on chases.
10 of clubs for Sender. 9 of clubs for Concertina. Jack of clubs for American. Weaver gets Jack of spades. And he gets 3 of spades.
You know what? I'm keeping that club just because it makes things interesting.
Hey, I like the way you think.
I would like to spend a minute because I have bad enough luck with the dice. I don't need extra bad luck.
All right.
Yeah.
5 of spades replaces the 9 of clubs for Concertina.
Yeah.
American.
I'm sticking with the clubs.
Sticking with the clubs. All right. I like it. I like it. All right. So first up is the Jack of clubs, which is Weaver. You going to continue trying to close in on him?
Yes. Can
I
I?
apologize.
You okay?
Oh, I'm too hot.
Oh, bless. I'm sorry.
Her
darling.
jacket gets her really warm.
Well, also, I'm over 55, so hot flashes are a thing.
That is very true.
Versus,
Do I have to spend another Benny to continue to use my mode of transportation, or can I just roll
Yes.
athletics again?
you do need to spend a Benny to keep it rolling
Oh,
because you're basically keeping the power trick going.
Yeah, and I only have 1 Benny left, don't I?
You only have 1 Benny left.
I
Do
might
something
need
that earns you a Benny, because nobody in the chat has called out for a Benny for anybody yet.
Yeah, that is true. Hold on, I'm thinking.
I thought you'd like that, Jody.
Can Weaver see him at all?
Weaver sees him 2 blocks away.
2 blocks away. Would that be close enough?
And there's Clint.
Wait, what
Yeah.
just happened?
Clint, I may have to do that. I love superhero names.
Oh my god.
I mean, I made the Crochet Queen at one point in time.
Oh my god, I love that.
All right.
I think that I only can go and conjure up to 24 yards, so 2 blocks would be farther than 24 yards, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Ah,
No, I mean, yes.
Hey, Val, I'm giving you a
vouch
Benny for
your
tomorrow night.
punniness.
oh my gosh.
Val gets a Benny for tomorrow night. And if John has a problem with it, he should have been watching the show. He hasn't said anything yet. All right. So what's it going to be, Weaver? You spending that last Benny?
No. I think
All
she's gonna try to.
So
like,
you
huddle.
land down on the ground and you start running after him. What are you? Give me that athletics test. We'll see if you can get close enough.
Okay, let's see.
You get a raise and you're in the same spot that he is.
Oh, okay. All right. That no pressure, right?
None
And-
whatsoever.
And changing position like this is a limited free action. So once you're in the same city block with him, he's in range of you.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. It looks like I got an 8.
An 8.
Because apparently that's
Dude,
what I keep getting.
Did you see what happened there?
Huh?
You weren't paying attention, were you?
What?
There you go. You are
Same block.
now in the same block as him. Would you like to take a regular action to use another power or anything?
Yes. If I could actually try to entangle him to keep him from running, that would be
All
quite
right.
lovely.
So
Mort.
this would be a ranged attack. So you were going to have, on your focus roll, you're going to have a -3 to catch him in the entangle.
Okay.
Because he is really good at dodging.
Screw him. But okay, so focus roll at -3. Got it. All right, let's do this thing.
Yep. And Clint is calling for a critical failure. So is Jody.
Well, screw them. I didn't critically fail, but I did get only 1. But like it was like a 4 before the -3, so it wasn't a crit
So
failure.
do you want to Benny that, or do you want to let it ride?
You know what? Screw it. Let's just Benny it.
And with that, the Weaver is out of Benny's.
Yeah, don't remind me. I'm gonna regret this later. 10. I got 10 this time.
10.
Yes.
And that's with the -3?
Oh, with the -3 is 7. Sorry. I can't
So
do math
you
today.
do manage to entangle him. And
Sweet.
let me pull that power back up, because entangle does something different in the supers version.
Ooh.
As you fire your webbing at him, he is now he gets an athletics test. I glad I checked. That is 9 versus your 7. Oh yeah, let me zoom in so you can see it, because I saw you see the D12 there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So he manages to twist out of the way as you fire your webs at him, trying to catch him.
Okay.
All right.
Biscuits. Okay.
So that'll take us to the Jack of Clubs, American Eagle. Whoops.
All right.
Oh, there's his name.
I'm going to attempt to close the distance.
All right, you get a +3 because you are really, really fast compared to him.
With a complication though, as well, because clubs.
So that is true. So you will have a -2 modifier.
So net +1.
Yep.
Cool. That just barely gets me an 8.
An 8. And that is enough to get you closer. You're not close enough for your weapons.
Hey,
Yeah.
James, you need to look at Clint's comment.
I see that. I realize that.
No. If the target is your imp.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I see that. I see how
Zark.
Clint is.
I love that.
So I will unsheath stars and stripes.
And
And-
while you're making your dice rolls, I just got to
Yes.
say this. Jody, you now have 1 free use of my pranks.
That's dangerous.
Oh my. I'm afraid now.
Okay. So here goes stars. Rolled a 7 to hit.
A 7 with the -3 is going to be a hit, because that's still a 4.
Indeed it is. And because I have the Deadeye power, God, which I named God-given right, I'm rolling damage with a extra D10. There you are. So
I
2D
should have put the thing is the next time we're in the same area, Jody, that it's much easier to prank someone when I'm close to them.
12 damage with stars.
12 damage with stars. That is going to be, what is his toughness? He is now shaken.
All right. And then stripes, I'm going to fire with an offhand, but I have 2-gun kids, so I can make an extra shooting roll. Oh, okay. Could have just rolled it all at once. Okay, well, here's that, and you said a -3, correct?
Yes,
Okay, so miss with stripes.
a miss with stripes.
Yes.
So was the skill die a 1? Just curious.
No, thankfully.
Okay.
It was, yeah. But it was still a failure with a -3
Asking for a friend.
for a friend.
hmm
All right, so that was Jack of Clubs. And that takes us to the 10 of Clubs, which is Cinder.
Oh, Cinder's still trying to catch up. So
Indeed.
I am still running.
Go ahead and give me that athletics test.
Give me just a second. Had to deal with some chapped lips there. $14.
That is enough to get a raise, and that moves you 2 closer. Unfortunately, because your distance is smarts, you got to be like Weaver, you got to be in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, of the villains, on the 5 of Spades, we have Concertina.
All right. Still running. 5.
5,
Yeah.
that is enough to get 1 closer. And then on 3 of Spades, he is going to, Weaver is close. So he is going to run up close to Weaver as he's trying to get away from everybody else. And he is going to attempt to smack her with his staff. This is going to be a multi-action.
Broken try. Fight me.
You say that now.
I'm gonna probably eat my words, but fight me.
All right, so he lashes out. D12 plus 2 versus, what is your parry there, Weave?
4.
4. D12 plus 2 versus 4. Oh, there's an ace. That's 11 plus 2 is 13. That is a hit with a raise.
I don't like that.
So then, first up, we got to do his damage. And then I've got to roll for the power that goes off. Oh, sorry. Still a raise, but he did have the -2 because he's doing 2 actions. So that's my bad. So the damage is going to be his strength plus D6. His strength is a D10 plus the D6. He did get a raise, so I get an extra D6. We'll go with the Witchfire D6.
No.
So there's 6 and 1 is 7 and 8 is 15. And here, I'll be nice. Well, this isn't nice. So the second 6 makes it 21. Plus 2 makes it 23. What's your toughness?
Toughness is 9.
All right. So that's going to be 3 wounds. and shaken.
Son of a biscuit. I really shouldn't have used that Benny.
So you now have the 3 wounds. And I'm going to pull up Weaver. And she now is sitting at the 3 wounds and shaken. And then I also need to have him ready. So I'm going to drag him out here. And all right. Hey, this will make it easier on me because I got all of his stats right here. Then you need to, well, first I need to see if his second action goes off, which is contingent upon a successful hit on a successful fighting attack. So, that is going to be a... He doesn't have focus.
Oh, sucks for him. Oh, so sad.
I think it's because it's supposed to go off of his fighting. He got a raise. Yeah, there it is. He got a raise on his fighting, so that means you need to make a vigor test at -2.
Why do you hate me?
I mean, to be fair, you were the one who got in close to him first.
Yeah, that was probably a bad idea in hindsight. What was it, a minus?
-2. -3 more because you have 3 wounds.
So -5?
Yeah, that's what -2 and -3 come out to.
What, I don't need your math, sir. That means I got 0 because I rolled 5.
So not only are you like just he swings his staff and you feel your ribs crack,
Fudge.
and you're not incapacitated yet.
Okay.
But I mean, Clint's right here.
No, it's
Clint
more
is
than that, Clint. He's over 100%.
Over 9,000.
Over
But-
100%.
As the staff connects to your rib cage and you feel the bones just crack and shatter underneath your skin, that's when insult to injury is added, and it feels like somebody just stuck your fingers into a light socket and then hit you with 1,000,000 volts.
What the heck?
As you are now stunned.
Ah!
So stunned, shaken,
No,
and
no,
3
no.
wounds. All of you guys see her just come to a complete stop as electricity just runs all over her body. And I know you've all seen the videos of somebody getting tased where they're running away and they get hit by the taser and they suddenly just straight up and then keel straight over. That's exactly what she is suffering.
I don't like this. I'm sorry. Like, it sounds awful.
You got close to a melee person.
Yeah, in hindsight, considering I don't play a melee character, this might have been a bad idea.
And then he is going to use a limited free action to try and reposition. So that is 8 minus 2 makes it a 6. That's enough for him to advance 1. And as that's the end of the round, I'm going to shift everything 1 step. And that'll take us to initiative draws. Coming up first, Weaver. I'm going to zoom in here.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that a
That's a
Joker!
Joker.
Does that mean I get a
American.
Betty? Yes. That's low.
Cinder.
Awesome.
I think you guys can see. Let me do that. So that way you guys can see what it is. And then
Woo!
Concertina. Got the deuce of clubs.
Oof.
Oof.
And he gets the jack of spades. So everybody gets a Benny
Yay.
Yes.
Huzzah.
because
I like-
jokers are wild.
Oh, good. Spend one of those and give me another card.
All right. So Concertina spins and gets a new draw.
Not a club.
It
Not a club.
changes to the King of Diamonds.
I'll take.
All right. So,
Thank you, Weaver.
do you want to go now or do you want to wait, Weaver?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of what I really can do other than try to break my shaken
And your stun.
and my stun. That would be a vigor check, right? My brain's not working today. I have had to use a calculator for
Your
basic
mic
math all
stopped
day.
working, James.
Yep. So breaking the stun is a vigor test, and breaking the shaken is a spirit test.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, cool. I'm not going to even shake this very hard. I feel like that's better luck. Oh, it is. Look at that. Oh, okay. 15. I got 15 for my vigor. to
You
break
are
the stun.
no longer stunned.
Sweet nuggets. Okay,
Now let's see if you
now.
can break the shaken.
All right, so spirit
And,
test
and don't
now.
forget, you do have the -3 wound penalty on these.
That is true. Oh, well then the previous one was actually 12, but
Yes, it's still a success though.
oh yeah. Okay, cool. Like that.
Target number is always 4 unless it's in melee.
Okay. Oh my gosh, why can't I do basic math? This is hard. That would be a 9 for the
9?
spirit test. Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
That's
Hey,
with the
Hi,
-3.
John.
John, while you're
did
popping in to say hi, I need you to know that I gave Val a Benny for tomorrow night.
It was well earned.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now that you're no longer shaken and no longer stunned, what would you
Yeah.
like to do?
I didn't think that far ahead. There's nothing
wanna
I
try
can
and-
really.
You
Huh?
want to try and catch up?
I mean, yes, 100%. Is there anything I can do about my wounds? I don't think so. I'm like looking at my sheet and I don't see anything I can use.
If you have healing,
I do not. That's why I'm like,
you can always try and patch it up.
yeah. I don't, and I'm not going to try that on skill with my luck. So
Did
we're
you
going to
see-
go after him.
Did you see what Clint said?
Didn't expect to succeed. Like,
I've done that before.
yeah, no, super accurate. Okay, so I'm going to try to go and catch up with him. So, because screw this
That's
guy.
fair.
Yes.
All right, make that athletics test with a total. Oh, Clint makes a good point.
Huh?
Mhm.
You could spend a Benny to get a power stunt to try and heal yourself. It becomes a focus roll then.
That's how I healed you.
You know, let's actually try that because that sounds like a better idea than going into it with 3 wounds. Like, where's my freaking D?
And you have the +2 from the Joker on
So
all
she's
of
only
your
at a
rolls.
net of -1.
Yeah.
Okay, so I only have a -1. Cool. Okay.
All
Let's
right.
see.
So that costs you your Benny.
Yes. So since it is a -1, I got a 4.
A 4?
Yeah, I know.
So that is enough.
Oh, sweet nuggets! Okay, I'm not gonna be bummed anymore now.
So you manage to like take your webbing and you kind of bind your ribs with it, and that reduces you by 1 wound. So you now only have 2 wounds.
Okay.
All right, that takes us to the Ace of Hearts, Merkin.
All right.
He
so
is now
first,
out of range again.
Yeah. So first, I'm going to try to maneuver closer. Ace, a wild die for a 11.
11 is a raise. So you managed to get right back up next to him.
13 if you want to add the, or more than that, if you want to add the pluses from being twice as fast.
True. That's true. It's still enough to get right up next to him. So
Okay.
at this point, if you guys can get one more person in range of him, that will tie him down enough to force him to fight you instead of
Ooh.
run away.
That would be nice.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt a focus roll to cast illusion.
Oh, Clint, you cracked me up.
He's making an illusion again. Is he going to make the owl man?
Well, you guys pointed out that it was inaccurate, so it's going to be a man with feathers instead of an owl-shaped man, or a man-shaped owl.
He's trying. Let's give him
So-
credit for it.
So it's
Well-
going to look a lot like my mask, to where the guy's nose is like a beak and he has feathers for hair. But let's see how the roll turns out first. Oh, that is a 3 and a 2. I am spending a penny because I want this to go off. No minuses, correct?
No penalties currently, no.
Cool. 4 is a success.
A 4 is a success.
It sure is.
He stops and he kind of looks at it, and he gets a smarts roll to resist it, correct?
Yes. Must make a smarts roll or be shaken. Hold on, note that's something else. But yes, smarts roll to see through it.
All right. You know what's funny is I've got it right here. All I have to do is zoom in. All right. So smarts roll.
Reading is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Some days, man.
And he doesn't have any penalties currently, so he barely succeeds. He just kind of does a double take, and you see him kind of mouth, "What the hell?"
And the figure will go, woo!
Oh my
You
god.
know what? You know what? There you go. There's one back.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So love those.
All right.
Oh,
Um,
goodness.
And that takes us to Concertina with the King of Diamonds.
Nice.
I don't know where that came from.
So how close am I to Weaver at the moment? Am I still like a block away?
To Weaver, you are, yes, a block away from Weaver.
Well, then I'm running towards Weaver.
It has, Val. If you look here, I'll pop it up for Val. If you look, the American Eagle die is in the same zone as Nevermore.
So I got a 10 for athletics to get closer to Weaver. That's what I'm
You
trying
can
to-
get right up next to Weaver, or now hear me out. That was a raise. You
Yes.
could move into the same block that Nevermore is in and lock this down into an actual fight.
So
Get into the chase.
It does.
yes, but I'm not sure that I would know that. I'm pretty, not smart. I just have to be within 12 yards of Weaver. If I get like in between them, would that be still enough to be like within 12 yards of Weaver?
Yes. You can move
Fabulous.
on to the other side of Weaver in the same city block.
Fabulous. That's what I will do. And you will see Concertina kind of get a defeated look on her face. She's like, "Oh, I hate this." And she swings her accordion around and starts playing something you've never heard her play before. And it's polka music. I feel absolutely disgusted to be doing it. But this pink energy starts coming from her and goes to Weaver. and I'm going to try to attempt healing on her, which is an 8. Oh, fabulous. 8 and a 6. So that
Baby Pony Polka.
is-
Start looking at the chat.
I am
rolled
suddenly hearing this in Weird Al with Weird Al singing.
Pony Polka, exactly. I roll a 12, so I don't know if that's enough
Oh.
for a raise or not.
That is enough for 2 raises. And
Okay.
as the pink mist flows over Weaver, all of her wounds close.
Oh, I
Fabulous.
love that. Chef's kiss.
It was just this one time. Ugh.
All right, that takes us to the Queen of Diamonds, which is Cinder.
Well, Cinder has to run again because she's still way back there.
All right, go ahead and make that athletics test.
Oh, both aced.
Ooh,
And that one tried to escape.
they tend to do that sometimes.
A 13 and a 10.
All right, that is enough to get you. Oh wait, I grabbed the wrong one. I didn't move. I didn't move because you were here. She was there. That gets her to there. That gets you to there. And as you catch up, you're going to get the last action of the chase. What do you want to do? Trying to flame on?
Oh, yes.
All right.
So that is focus, which is D8. The Norse Foundry dice have been good to me all night, so I'm using both of them.
I accidentally hit the back button on my mouse.
Oops.
So let me get that share going again. There we go.
Yeah. James, you're supposed to have your stuff together tonight.
I have had a week.
Well, I only got a
Dude,
5
same.
on the D8, but I did get a 6 on the D6, so it goes down 10 again.
All right. And it is a ranged attack, so you do have the -3.
There's 12. There's 18.
Girl, can I have your
20.
dice?
Minus 3 is 17.
17. That is a hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll that damage.
What is my damage on the napalm? 2d6.
He is going to use his last Benny. Well, let me see what the damage comes up as before I decide that he's going to use a Benny for soaking. Pink Pont Polka.
I don't know if that was a typo or...
It was a typo.
14.
Clint's got those
Okay.
old arthritic hands. It makes it hard for him to type sometimes.
Yeah, he's pretty old, man. True.
14.
14 against his toughness of 11. So that's not a raise. That will shake him.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
And as the chase comes to an end, and you guys have managed to pin him down enough to be able to face off with him, that is where we'll pick up in 2 weeks. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you love great dice, head on over to NorseFoundry.com. Use the coupon code KOTSBT. Get yourself
Gorgeous.
10% off any set of dice. If you like the maps that we use, head on over to ArkandForge.com. Same coupon code KOTSDT. Get you $5 off of each item you buy. And hopefully, we will see you guys on Monday for our next episode of The Savage Snows. They are closing in on the end of book 1 of the Reign of Winter Adventure Path. And I'm excited to see how this final battle in book 1 goes. And if you've been following along, you know the luck that the party has had so far. It's not been great.
No.
But you get to hear me sing.
It's true. It's
We
true.
do get to hear you sing. All right.
Weird freaking songs lately, man.
Thanks once again, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next time. And remember, keep it savage. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.